So is there any question based from our last class or past topic? Is there any question? Is there any question from anyone?
No,
Okay,
sir.
no question. All right. I've treated the length property of array in the class. I've treated how to add, append data to the end of the array and how to append data to the start of the array. I'm talking about the pop, the push, the shift, and the unshift method of the array. And I was not able to talk about how to remove item for at the middle or at anywhere within the array. Let's say for example, I have an array of scores, and I have like maybe 91, 90, 89, 70, and 60. Now, and I'm trying to, okay, before I go into that, I want to ask a question. This is 70 here, and this is 60. How do I call out 89? I want to call it out. I want to access it. How do I access it? Joshua,
Yes, sir.
how do I call out the value of 89 from the array?
How do you call the back of 89?
Yes, you can see the array of scores. This is our array of scores. You can see this array of numbers, and the numbers are the scores of a student. Now, I want to call out this number. I want to print out just this number, 89. How do I call it out?
98.
You said
98.
98?
Yes.
I don't understand what you mean by
You
98.
said the back of you want it
Okay,
backwards.
hold on, just calm down. I've got an array student scores. 90, 91, 89, 70, and 60. So tell me, Joshua, I want to print out 89 here. I want to see the value of 89. How do I do it? Tell me what to type.
So I'm not sure.
You are not sure or you don't know. There are two different things.
I don't know.
Ademola,
You use student scores brackets 2.
student scores.
Yeah. Brackets 2, I think.
This bracket,
No, the square bracket.
square bracket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then 2.
2.
Yes.
Is that all?
Mm, Um, think think so.
At least you made an attempt.
Or is it console log then that?
Is it? You're asking me a question. Is
No,
it
I think you put console.log in front.
console.log,
Yeah.
console.log? Then I
Yeah.
will put this in bracket, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that it?
Uh,
Should I run it?
yes, sir.
Okay. 89. Correct. Thank you. I'm disappointed in Joshua, at least. So, Joshua, you are telling me you don't even know console.log to print. Let's even assume you don't even know how to access the data. At least console.log to print. You are telling me you don't know? That's serious.
I can't see your screen properly.
Demola, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's your network, Joshua. If you are claiming, if you are claiming you cannot see my screen, at least you and
I
Demola, you
can
are.
see your screen, but it's not clearly. I don't know.
Demola, is it clear or not?
Well, it's clear to me.
So that means the problem is not from my side. I have said it many times. If you have a variable called X and you assign just one item to it, right? Yes, we call this variable, yes, but it's a kind of data structure that only stores one item. And for me to call out this 10, I will only say X. I will just call out that variable without anything in front. And then I can do console.log, and this will print out this value to the console. I cannot count how many times I will say this. This is just too elementary at this level. Not asking question at times, I don't understand because I can't process it. To be candid, I'm only saying my mind there. I can't process it. You don't understand something, you have a blank check of forcing me to ask question, and yet you are not using that joker. I still don't understand. I just don't understand. I can't process this. So let me comment this out for a moment. Let X, I assign value 10 into it, and I want to print it out. I will just call that name, the name of the variable, without any operator, maybe bracket or square bracket, without any operator. I will just call that variable and it is going to print out 10. But in the case of array, I cannot just call this out. The variable, I can't call this variable out. If I do this, It's going to print all the array out for me. That is that array. But if I want to be specific to call out a particular data out of this array, I will use the square bracket operator, then specify the index number, which is this position of that data. And I said this is position of, where's my pen? Position of 0, position of 1, position of 2. It always starts from 0, index 0, position of 3, and position of 4. If I want to print 60 out, I'm going to put the index of 60, and it will give me 60. I'm calling out the value of 60. It's like I'm going back, way back, talking, repeating myself many times. Now, in the last class, I demonstrated how to append. Maybe I want to add another score to this array of numbers, array of scores. All I need to do is to use the push method. We call this method. If I want to add, say, 95 there, I'm going to print this console.log. I will print before and after so that you see the array before and after the addition of 95. The array before the addition, after addition, then the current array. You can see 95 is appended at the end of the array. However, if I want to add it to the beginning, I will use the unshift. We have treated this one in the last class anyway. You can see it's appended to the beginning of the array. Similarly, if I want to remove item from here, I can use pop. Pop, just pop without any argument. If I pop it out, you will see 60 will be popped out. This is the new array. 60 is no longer available in that array. And if I want to remove the very first one, I will use the shift method. So 90 was there before, but now it's no longer there. So 91 is now at index 0. So that was what we did last week. In the last class, rather. It's still last week anyway. Now, how do I remove maybe any item at any position? How do I remove it? That is what splice does. I will state the index position of what I want to remove. Let's say I want to remove 89. The index position of 89 is 2. I will state that index position 2. Then I will state the number of items I want to remove, starting from that position 2. This is position 2, right? So how many items do I want to remove? I want to remove only 89. So I'm going to now state 1 here, just 1 item. So if I want to remove just 89, I will just say 1, remove one item. If I run my code, you see that 89 is gone, no more 89. What happens if I do not specify the number of items or data I want to delete? What this will return, if my memory does not fail me, is that it will return remove everything starting from 89. So 89, 70, 60 will be deleted, as you can see. If I want to remove 2 items, 89 and 70, all I need to do is just specify two data out, and those two will be deleted. 89 and 70 is no longer in there. Now, some people or some developer, depending on the use case, right? They can do something like delete the student, undo the student, the student score at position maybe 2, index 2. You will see that this will be deleted, but it will now leave a blank space in there. You can see this. Look at this empty space. And this is not good in data management. You don't leave unnecessary spaces or pockets of spaces in your array or in your data structure. So that is the reason why the splice method is the most useful method when it comes to deleting. So I can now do the same thing like I demonstrated earlier on, right? Remove 1. You see 89 will be removed without any space created, unnecessary space created. Is there any question?
So,
Okay. Do you have question? Demola?
said no question.
You said no question. Okay. That's fine. Peromi, is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Just give me some minutes. I'm going through my scheme of work. Okay. Now, in the last class, I tried to use loop to compute average. Yes or no? Favor. Were you in the last class?
Yes, I was in the last one.
Okay. Can you try to remind me? Did I do average calculation of average from an array of numbers?
Yes, you did.
I did, right? Okay. I know I did. I'm just asking for reconfirmation anyway.
Right.
All right, thank you. So now, search. There are times that you need to search an item in an array. You want to know whether whether one data is present or is among the data in an array. For example, I want to know, is 89? Yes, although I can see it physically here, but in real life scenario, you may not even see your data. So you want to check whether whether, for example, maybe the name, a database containing the name of students, registered students, and you want to know whether a student is registered. So you can just um, query the database and make your search, do your search. So if I want to find out if certain data is among my array, I can do student, that is the array, the index of, I want to know whether I have 70, for example. So if this number is there, 70, is going to return the index position. That is why the method is named index of. So I'm going to print it, print the index to the console, console.log. So once I print, I don't know why this thing is so sluggish. It's, it's too sluggish for my liking. Let me go to the backend. So if I run my code, I have index of 3, meaning this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So the moment I have an integer, it simply means that that data is available in my array list. But if there is a number that is not present, it's going to return -1. Negative means that it is not available within that array. So we, most of the time, we do tests. We query our database. We say if this is not there, meaning that if the outcome is -1, it simply means that that data is not in the list or array that we have pulled out. Now, there are times that we can have, say, a string. Let me change this to string, like sentence. The book belonged to Josh. I saw him reading the book. In the morning. So if I want to say, for example, search for book, I will type in book there. Remember, it's a string and string must be in double quotes. Do not forget double quotes. If I print out, oh, sorry, I've not changed this one. So It return index position 4 because this is my pencil. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is why you have 4 right there. Is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay,
No.
thank you. Let me clear the board. So now, if you notice, the index of begins a search from the far left here and go towards the far right in that direction. And that is the reason why the moment it encountered book here, it just returned the index position of this book 4, not considering the fact that there is also a book here. It doesn't care. I found it, it's available, and that's it. Now, if you want to know or search from the far right to the far left, you use last index. Last index of. If I run this, you will see that I have 43 here, which is the position of this book. Now, last index, we start a search from the far right down to the far left. Is there any question?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So I think we can go on. Now, there's also a method called find. Even there's the method search also can be used. Search, include, and so on and so forth. So if I do what's it called now? If I do find, what is it going to return me? Let's even go to online. How to search item in an array. So you can see, let me see here, include is there, index of the one we just did now, find index, so like that, so many. So let us even try to see what the find method, this find method, what is going to return. Now, don't let me go in here yet. No, I won't go in there because this find method requires what? We call this a callback function. It's a callback function. We are not there yet. I will come back to this later. So let's move on. Now, let's say that I want to break this into an array. I think there is a method that you can use to convert string to array and vice versa. Let us check the internet. Convert string to array JavaScript. Yes. If I go to say this one, let's just take this one. Already I'm seeing the split method there. My network is sluggish tonight. I don't know why. Okay, it's out. So you use the split, the string, you use the split, then the separator and limits. I think this limits should be optional anyway. It should be optional. So let's say, for example, in our, where is it again? Okay, I've forgotten that I'm using this. Let's say I want to convert this string sentence. Now I want to ask Joshua, how is it that this data here is a string? How do I know that it is a string? Joshua. 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 Interesting. That means no idea. Now, Mary.
Joshua, let Joshua unmute himself. Joshua, unmute yourself and let's know that you are there on your keyboard. Joshua, unmute yourself and let's see that you are there on the keyboard. Maybe it's not there.
Okay. That is part of what we are saying. There's no way you can grab the concepts when you are not concentrating.
Yeah, it's not there.
It's not there. Okay, let me call on Ewajesu. I don't want to call favor yet. How do I know that this is a string? This statement. How do I know that it is a string? Ewajesu.
Okay, because it is embedded in is it, what do you call it?
Okay, let me hear you. Are you trying to call this?
Yes.
Okay, the double quotes, yes.
Yeah, double quotes.
Yes,
double
because it is embedded in a double quote. That is how I know that it is a string. If it is a number will not be embedded in any quote. If it is an array will be enclosed within, there must be a square bracket. No, I'm repeating this over and over so that you will see and you all understand the differences in all these jargons: string, number, array, variable, and so on and so forth. Now, this is not an array. And I want to convert this into an array. And as I came to the internet on purpose so that you learn how to use internet. Developers they use internet. the brain is not a solid state device. The brain can still forget stuff. And that is the reason why we have the internet or any other documentation for reference purposes. So if I want to convert this string to an array, all I need to do is sentence dot split. Now, I must specify something that is separating the words. For example, if you look at this sentence or this statement, you will notice that space is in between the words, right? So I can use just space to separate the words from each other. And this one now will return an array, and I must save the array somewhere. So I'm going to create a variable. I will call it just to differentiate it from sentence, array sentence. So I will assign that to this array. But before I do that, let's print the sentence first. Then after that, I will print the array sentence. Let me clear and run. This is the sentence, the string. Now, after conversion, I converted here and I printed it out here. So you can see now that now I have an array of those words. Is there any question? Is there any question?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Feromi.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now look at this array here, this one. I want you to print Josh out. Tell me what to do. How do I print Josh? Just this one. How do I print it out? Tell me. I asked this question earlier on. Tell me what to do. Do you know it? Yes or no? So that to save our time. Yes or no? My intention is just to print out Josh. That Josh with the period there. How do I print it out?
Sir, can I try?
That is the purpose of the exercise. So tell me, what am I going to type? Of course, you can try.
In the sentence, like when you're writing console.log in the bracket, instead of sentence, it should be Josh.
So you mean I should type console.log? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So what am I going to put in the argument there?
Josh.
So I should put Josh? No. You are trying to add code Josh. That is called add coding. What I'm demanding is this. You have an array already, which is this array. I want you to use this array and fetch out Josh from the array and print. Any idea from me? I'm waiting for you, from me. Okay, Feromi is not responding. Joshua, are you back? Joshua is not responding either. Ademola? No, not
Yes.
Ademola. No, not you, don't worry. Ewa Jesu, Sister Ewa Jesu. Tell me what to do. Console.log what? What am I logging?
Okay. Sentence.
Sentence. This sentence, right?
Yes.
Okay, sentence.
Dot
Dot
splice.
splice.
Then open brackets. 19, I think. Okay. Then semicolon at the ending.
Semicolon at the ending. Is that all?
Yes.
So I should run my code, right? You have an error. It's saying that sentence, the splice is not a function. So this sentence, this string, because you are calling this method on a string, and this method does not belong to this string. But at the same time, you can't even use, that is not the way to call out data from an array. Mary, let me clear the console and reprint. Mary, you have this array. I want you to print out Josh, period. How do I do that? From the array. I want to print it out from the array.
Okay, sir. Console.log.
Console.log.
Brackets. Array sentence.
Then array sentence.
Square brackets.
Instead?
Square brackets.
Square brackets. Okay.
Four.
So
then we close
yes.
the brackets.
Thank you. I've done that already. So you can see that is Josh. Thank you. This is just a repetition of the question I asked earlier. Programming is all about your ability to manage and manipulate data. You must be able to get input from the user. You must be able to process, and during that process, this involves operations like addition, multiplication, assignment, reassignment, to creating variable, and so on and so forth. And because of the variables, you must know or understand how to either save into a variable of a particular data structure and how to retrieve from it. You must be able to save, and then retrieve data. Then at the end, you then know how to output the data, which is the printing, console.log, alert, and so on and so forth. I think it is safe for us to close here today because the time is fast spent. And I purposely talk at a very slow, reduced speed so that you can grab the concepts. But by the time we go fully, I just pray that people will not be totally lost. We are just doing array now, and some people are still finding it difficult to access the data in an array. How much more when we are talking about objects in details? Please review these recordings. Don't be lazy. If you know you want to build a career out of it, I will keep saying this over and over and over and over. Please, the assignments, they are important. It's for you to practice. Please do. If you know you want to build career out of this. Okay, so I think it is safe for us to close here today. And I'm not going to give any assignments yet. Or should I give? Okay. I'm going to give assignments. I will give assignments. Let me give assignments. I want you to prompt the user to input is or her first name and last name. No, not just last name. Middle name and last name. Then print out the full name. For example, when you prompt the user and the user inputs George, and for the middle name, Washington, Then last name, Bush. So what I want to see is when you print out the full name, what I want to see is George Washington Bush. Is the assignment clear enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And have a lovely night. Or is there any
Sir.
question?
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, Dimola. Is there any
Yes,
question?
sir.
Okay, question. Okay. Go ahead.
Does that mean we're going to have three
Does that mean what? Okay.
different
Okay. Now,
prompts, right?
I
I
want
want to
you.
just
Uh,
make it clear.
yes. I think although you are breaking, you are breaking, you are breaking. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Just listen. You are breaking. Let me.
We're going to
Hold on.
have three
Can
different prompts.
favor. Hold on.
That is
Favor. Hold on. You are
one
breaking.
for
I can't hear you
the
properly, but
first
I can
name,
assume what you are asking me.
one
So
for the
she's still talking. Okay, good. Um, I can't hear you properly, favor, but I think I can assume what you are trying to ask me. Now, I'm going to leave it to your imagination. You can either create a form, for example, your what's it called? HTML, first name, then you use the input box, middle name, you use the input box, last name, you use the input box, then somewhere here, then you print the first name out, first name, middle name, then the last name. So this is one option. In fact, I'm not leaving it out again to your imagination. I want it in this format because I don't want you to totally forget your HTML. So print it out. No, 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 no. Some people will have problem. Some people will have problem because we are here to do event. Okay, scratch this. Scratch that. So just use prompt. Prompt the user, get the input, right? For the first name, the middle name, and the last name. Then use console.log or alert, whichever one is the case, to print out the full name, to print out the full name. Is that clear, Favor? Use prompt. Don't use HTML yet. We will start using HTML after we must have treated event. And event, we are going into event maybe in 2 classes from now. It all depends on how fast the class is moving. Because by now we should have done events, but we missed a class, and the speed at which the class is moving is, to me, is very slow because of I'm trying to make sure that people get the concept of these topics. Is that clear, Favor? Hello, Favor. I think she has a network problem.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mary. Okay. Okay. Favor. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I went off for a while. My network is really bad.
Yeah. So do
Okay,
you
so
understand?
are we doing
Are we doing what?
or just three different prompts?
No,
Are
no,
we going to
no,
prompt the
no. It's
user
just
twice?
it's just single one. It's a single one, and it's not a form. Don't build a form
Okay,
because if you are talking of form, you are talking of HTML. Don't build form. Just prompt the user to input first name, middle name, last name.
okay,
Yes. Ademola, do you have
thank
any question?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. I think at this point it is safe to call it a day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.